Hello everyone, and welcome back to Diablo 1 Ironman. Today it's time for Dungeon Level 4. And we're going to head right in and get that chest because it's not trapped. And it looks like we have a very nice doorway to start ourselves off with. And we're right next to the entrance for level 5. And we got Burning Dead on level 4. Not too tough of an enemy for level 4. And so easy, in fact, that we can just hit him down with that claymore. Looks like there's probably some few more monsters in there, so Ben's gonna run on back. Ooh, that's a horror captain. That is horrible indeed. And I'm holding the warhammer for him, so I think I threw it down on the ground. No, he must have some other weapon. There's a skull cap on the ground.
I have no room.
That might be an upgrade for somebody. It's armor class 4. We're discussing what hats we have. Looks like I'm getting this armor class 4 with less durability. And that cap is no longer needed. Some sort of arrows. Looks like Burning Dead archers. We'll use the rogue to take him down. And in combination with the warrior happy feet technique. And it looks like I'm landing most hits on them. Ooh, that was a little bit dangerous. He walked in front of the arrows. But when he's walking back and forth like that, I shouldn't be able to hit him anyway. Is that a horror archer? I think that might have been a horror archer. Those are a little more difficult than the Burning Dead. But still not too bad. There was this one time we played where level 4 was horror archers, goat archers, like Burning Dead archers, just like all archers. And I think we died from that. Pretty sure. And looks like we're going to retreat because there's a lot of horror captains and we don't want to get surrounded. We take them at this doorway and they should die in 1 or 2 hits from some sort of blunt weapon that he has. I forgot what it is. If I'm holding the warhammer, then I guess it's possible we got a second warhammer. I'm throwing a little deeps there, I don't know why. Yeah, I was getting antsy. And casting healing spell. Doesn't take too much mana, it seems. Since healing spell and heal other is based on your character level, and we're still pretty low level, it's not too bad. I see some sort of illumination over there in the top left. What is that? Is there a unique type enemy here? Some sort of special monster. That means all the monsters that are part of this pack right here have double HP. And I have a large axe in my inventory for some reason. 6 to 16 damage on that. It's pretty beefy. Requirements not met, however. Take him down. I think I'm going to throw in my help on the deeps of this Mad Eye the Dead. No resistances, some magic immunities. Fortunately, we're not using magic on them. And what did he drop? An axe? Some sort of regular blue axe, 4 to 12. Not identified. I think we're just going to leave that there. And some sort of tome of lore. Checking that little corner for any additional loots. Some gold in the sarcophagus. Some pathing errors. I'm trying to walk forward. Oh, no, it was not an error. We were just like, wait, let's not go yet. We could shoot through there, but of course we want the warrior to get the XPs. So we'll send him in. Oh, a dark one. I wonder if a dark one is only available on level 4 minimum, or could they possibly be on level 3? If you know the answer, you can post in the comments below. And if you want to find out the answer, you can look it up on Jarulf's Guide. And by the way, if you don't know about Jarulf's Guide, JARULF''S Jarulf's. It's this guide, PDF document. You can get it for free if you search it, and it tells you pretty much everything there is to know about. Ooh, a morning star. About Diablo 1, including some information that was only found out because some programmers looked at the code of the game or reverse engineered it or something, and they can tell very specific informations like about loot tables, monster levels, monster HP, special abilities of monsters. What? A ring from that trapped chest, and the trap disarming worked. so you know it's good. And now at this point, Ben's probably saying something like, "Mike, we should identify it." And I'm like, "No, you can't. We have to save our identify scrolls. They're a precious resource. Let's just identify it. We found it. Come on, Mike." "No, Ben, you gotta save those for the caves when the magical properties are better." "I don't care. Let's just identify it now." And it just goes back and forth like this. We haven't identified it. I think he just wears them unidentified as jewelry for the sake of having something cool to wear. Ooh, we got some ranged enemies. I should probably have not opened that sarcophagus because that skeleton just wrecked me. And now my hat is in danger of being broken. Of course, I don't learn my lesson and I just opened that sarcophagus. Those think that's all heart archers down there, and that is quite a lot of deeps. So I was like, let's run away, let's fight the melee enemies. If you're ever in a situation where the melee is hitting you and the standing still archers are shooting you, just like run away, kill your melees without being shot by the archers, which is basically what we did, but I ran a little too far back. And now Ben's like, "I'm going in, my club is so good, my armor class is so good." Oh man, I'm taking multiple hits. I had to drink a potion, whoa! That was pretty rough. I could have healed, but maybe I was afraid of getting staggered, or I just didn't think about it. Probably the latter. When you're in the heat of battle, you don't always make the best decisions. That's why you practice, so you can rely on your habits. And then you don't have to decide, you just do. I think my armor class was 20 when I just looked at. Yeah, I was getting a lot of hits. Nice, 83 out of 86. That's how you know it wasn't an overheal. I don't know what scroll that was. Another ring! Yeah, we're not going to identify it. Get that chest there. Just push up on these skeletons. If it's just one, then it's not too bad. We got ourselves some dark ones. Some, I don't know if that's a blink or maybe a gloom, perhaps? It might be a gloom. And what is this? Some plague eater? That might be the first plague eater we've seen on this level, but those are pretty weak for level 4. As you recall, we might have even fought them on level 2. So, yeah, hitting them with the club, not advisable, but they're so weak that it's just not even worth it. And then the glooms, I'm pretty sure, are demons, so you can hit them with whatever you want. It doesn't really matter. Unless, of course, it's a Siverb's Cudgel, which deals 200% extra damage to demons, in which case you would want to use it if you had one. Or maybe you save that durability for later on in the game, I don't know. Probably, because it's just a club, and clubs have low durability. I like to breathe, man. Just look at them marching perfectly in unison. That's crazy. I did not notice that in my first playthrough or my second viewing of the video. And I saw this video when I first encoded it. I had to put it in Windows Movie Maker because the Bandicam videos weren't working in Premiere, and they were like completely desynced with the sound. Because I didn't choose the correct format of recording. Hopefully that has been changed for dungeon levels after this, henceforth, because we got the full Bandicam and I chose the right format this time. Well, we're mopping up these dark ones pretty easily. I had to help out with the deep, what was that, identify scroll? Whoa, let's get that, add that to the stack. A dagger, staff of heal other, well, we already had. How many charges are left on that? I guess we'll never know. Yeah, 20 armor class on me. 20 seems like pretty good. Because it's not that good. Got hit by all those arrows earlier. A single gloom here. Is it actually a gloom? Oh, it's a blink. I've been calling them the wrong name. Unless there's both types. But I don't think... Because we have burning dead, burning archers, horror captains, horror archers, dark ones, something like a plague eater, and blinks. So that's a lot of different types of enemies. If there was even another type, I would be surprised. I'm pretty sure there's a limit of the types of monsters. There's also a limit to the like amounts of monsters based on the size of the monster, and even though all monsters take up 1 square on the grid, there are some that are just like considered bigger than others. And you saw a classic strategy of the warrior fighting the melee while the archer shoots the ranged enemies, because the archer can shoot ranged enemies. Well, they can shoot any enemy, but the warrior can only conveniently hit the enemies that are within melee range, which is going to be the melee enemies, and that's how you can be efficient with your DPS in Diablo 1, specifically in Ironman. Wow, that guy was putting up a fight. We both wanted that gold. Looks like I have 5 points to distribute, but I'm going to hold on to those points for now. And I'm probably thinking something like, please repair my gear, but there's this guy we have to kill first. Yeah, here we go. Toss him down. I don't know why I'm still carrying that buckler. I probably have dreams of being a melee rogue later in life, but that's not happening. So in regular D1, non-Ironman, although I guess it could be an Ironman, there's this hat that has 60 armor class. I think it's called like Goddard Damarung. That might not be the right pronunciation. And if you identify it, it gives you like negative stats and stuff. But if you don't identify it, it just gives you 60 armor class on your head slot. And since rogues can have 250, I was gonna say durability, since they can have 250 dexterity, get that mana potion, yes. They can have a lot of armor class, so I had this dream of making like the highest armor class rogue you possibly could make with Goddard Damarung hat, full 250 dexterity, some ridiculous, like awesome plate of the stars or something with huge armor class. And I'm happy feeding these guys. So this is we reverse roles here a little bit. I was happy feedings for the warrior, and I might have just shot him, but it's hard to tell. Everything's so dark. In the heat of battle, in the darkness, you don't know if you're shooting your ally or your enemy. Whoa, that was sick. Okay, there's going to be a replay of that moment at the end of this episode. You'll see how nasty that just was. But, oh! He blocked it. That's always nice. If you shoot your ally and at least they block it, then it's almost forgivable. Yeah, we'll definitely recap that moment. There's a small health potion. Do I see it? Do I see it? I don't see it. Oh, what a rip. There's this thing called Torchlight. No. I don't know what it's called. Torchlight is a D2 clone, or like, not a clone, a variation of the action RPG. But it's like a mod for D1 where you can see all the items on the ground. It tells you their names, kind of like in D2 if you press Alt. But I think that's a little bit cheated, because part of the challenge is, yeah, just lock them in there. Yeah, have fun in that room. I'll just stand in front of the door and lock you. That was a mistake on my part. Probably should have stayed further back so he could have escaped, because if it was worse enemies, who knows what could have happened. I'm going to go out there and decide that we should not have done that. Making sure he got through the door. Oh man, I had to beat ass with the staff. It's rare opportunities where you get to hit someone with a staff, but it's always a good time. What is going on? What are we gonna do? How will we tackle this? Okay, heal him up, heal him up. Gotta go back and heal him up style. When your man want to get buck wild. And kill the skeleton archers for all the hard times. He's not getting hit by a single arrow. Did you all see that? That was nuts. It's like the invincible warrior. Those skeletons were probably pooping in their skeleton boots. Get that heal potion. But yeah, that mod that tells you the items on the ground, I think it takes away some of the fun of the game, because yeah, we missed that one potion, but you just gotta be good. You gotta see a composite bow. That is an upgrade. And I can't wear it because I need 25 strength and I only have 20. I look at that bow Oh, that's my regular bow. And there's a warhammer. Blood splotch on the wall. But yeah, I ain't that mad we missed that potion, because on the grand scheme of things, we should have seen it. We should have checked for it. It's our fault. And Torchlight mod is a no-no, for me at least. You could choose your own challenge. Diablo 1 is a challenge by choice game. That's one of the beauties of it. You could choose to be a duper, you could choose to be a hacker, you could choose to be a legit guy who saves your character files, and then like if you lose all your items, you just reload your character file. Or you could choose to be hardcore, or whatever in between. You could low armor class, two-handed warrior. That's an actual thing. You could be a, what's it called? Beyond Naked Mage, aka the BNM. Basically, you start off as a naked mage, and if you find any cursed items, you have to wear them. And the worse the curse is, the more you have to wear it. Or like, it's an upgrade for you, basically. And you just wear the worst gear you possibly can and try to beat the game, or level up and just like play on the ladder. Blue rags on the ground in a room.
Anymore.
Fantastic. Yeah, people do that and they get pretty far. I think people have probably gotten level 50 on it. Level 50 Beyond Naked Mage. If you have a level 50 Beyond Naked Mage, please take a screenshot, post it in the comments below. I would love to see your cursed gear, or make a short video of it. I recommend Bandicam as your video recording software of choice. What do we got in here? Blinks. See, when they teleport behind, the rogue's there to clean up the teleporter behind blinks. Oh, now that my voice isn't messed up, this is the sound of a blink dying. There you go. Full vocal capacity enabled blink dying impersonation by yours truly, Snowden. We should probably retreat. Yes. My past self and my past brother's self agrees. I'm getting greedy. I should not be killing that. Come on. I don't know why. Ben's shaking his head right now. The past spirit of Ben the Warrior. I should get that one more dexterity point, because it'll give me one more armor class, but I was not thinking about that at the time. Oh my goodness. Retreat. Tactical retreat. Get back in there. Tactical decision summoner. And now I see him blinking out on my screen like, did you get through the door? So you see how he like teleported backwards and forwards? So in my mind I was like, I really hope he got through the door and that my screen is telling the truth. Because that could have been dangerous times for the dynamic duo. We bravely head back in. I'm probably going to shoot this because I am dumb and should not be giving or taking the XP from the warrior. I'm not really dumb, guys. You should never talk about yourself that way. First, love thyself. Or know thyself. Temet Noski. That's not how you pronounce it. That's in Latin. And we're going to take out the rest of these Burning Dead archers. We're getting pretty brave going in here. A longbow. So longbow has 1 to 6 damage. A hunter's bow has 2 to 5 damage. Same average damage, right? Right. But the higher maximum damage of the longbow means that you could potentially stagger an enemy by meeting the stagger threshold that you otherwise would not be able to with a hunter's bow. But since I don't have enough strength to use it and I have a composite bow, we will, as the saying goes, leave it where it lies. And I don't have room to hold on to that firebolt book, so we will just read that right there, right then and there. Read it off the ground. Don't even pick it up into my hand. Just turn the page with my foot. It says firebolt, the end. And now I magically know how to cast firebolts. It was a good read. 10 out of 10 Amazon reviews, firebolt book. But make sure you buy it used, because they just keep making new editions. It's like textbooks. They don't really add anything, but they charge you for the new edition every year. That was the 1997 edition of Firebolt. Actually, it's patch 1.09, so it might be a later year. I'm not sure when the last patch for D1 was. Looks like we just have a few more rooms left. And there are many arrows inside these rooms. In fact, I see a glowing luminescence of perhaps a special enemy. Is it a special skeleton archer enemy? Oh, yeah. So normally these Burning Dead archers will stand still. Ooh, just shot my brother. Sorry, Ben. But they're moving around with like I think it's the Goatmen archer mechanics now. Because they're part of this special pack. So their AI is different. Which is a pretty interesting feature of the elite packs, or whatever you would call these special monster packs. And it looks like the rogue's gonna have to deal lots of DPS, like a boss. The warrior taking a little bit of break. What do we get? A Staff of Firewall. We could use that to kill the butcher. And Ben was at 27 health, patiently waiting for a heal. Thank you for your patience. Nowhere to put it. You can't get rid of that. What do we have? Town portal. It's gonna have to be not used. I don't know why we still have that Morning Star. Does 1 to 10 damage. It's not really as good as the Warhammer, which I'm not sure if we still own. I'm guessing he's wearing it actually, because we're fighting mostly skeleton enemies. I think we just saw something on the ground, but I didn't. There might be an item there that we missed, and we'll never know what it is. Unless you pause the video, or I could be wrong and just hallucinating and I saw an item. You never know. What's real and what's your imagination in the shadows of the dungeon? Unknown. It's part of the thrill of the game. What is in that room that is damaging him? We go in, looks pretty clear. There's a few barrels. Will they explode? Will there be skeletons inside them? No, there will not. And there's only one pile of gold. Some guy in the old church was like, I'm just gonna put my pocket change into this barrel. What are you gonna put in the rest of those barrels? Said his friend. Nothing. I'm filling my barrels with nitroglycerin. Shooting an unnecessary arrow. Sometimes the rogue gets a little restless, and there's a potion of mana. It almost looked like an elixir of dexterity in the shadows over there. I think those are the black potions. Pretty sure. Because magic is... Actually, I forget. Vitality is white. And
now where would I put this?
Orange. Pretty sure dexterity is black. And magic, I kind of forget. Whoa. Oh, is it an elite pack of blinks? We are like, let's be out. Let's go back to the door. And we can wall him off here. I don't think the arrows are hitting him. It looks like it's hitting that square to the right of the doorway. Oop, oop. We should never have broke formation. Now they can surround us all. I shoot an arrow towards that blink, but it moves out of the way and the arrow hits Ben. The thrills of a game with friendly fire. I wish more games had friendly fire. It really adds a lot to the game, a lot to the strategy. I already talked about this in like episode 1. But it's something I feel strongly about. You'll probably hear it again. Where will I put this? Too much baggage. 49. We're trying to figure out where we can put it. But there are more pressing issues. Looks like we have an elite pack of blinks. And I'll throw down the deeps because these have double HP. Their damage is also pretty terrifying. If you remember seeing me get hit, accidentally shot him. Sorry. A broad axe. I didn't even get to see what the name of that enemy was. Ben murdered it so fast. That claymore is serious. I guess we're leaving the mana potion there? That's not cool. Hopefully we get it later. And it's just a few more horrors that seem to be the last enemies on this level. It's interesting that they don't call them horror archers. I guess the Burning Dead ones aren't called Burning Dead archers either. I'm just gonna leave that gold there. I don't want that gold. Oh, here we go. This is gonna free up some inventory space. Now, yes, we can do that, and we are good. 6 slots remaining. It looks like the damage increases like by 1 point, but that's significant. It's really a high percentage of the total points when your damage is only 5 to 8 or 6 to 9. It's like a 20% increase. No, less than that, but still high percentage. It's a 20% increase of the minimum damage, but less than the other one. So now we have a few things to do. We have to go kill the butcher. Actually, that might be the only thing we have to do. And we cut out because there was a lot of walking. And oh yeah, and there's a shrine. We're gonna get the spell increasing shrine, I believe. So there's a lot of ways to kill the butcher. You heard about like blocking them in the stairs. You can watch a video of that. There's a lot of ways. We're going to do the firewall strategy where I open the door and cast a firewall and close the door, and hopefully he burns to death in there. We will see how it works out. Right now we're discussing the positioning because we were like, wait, do we stand here? Where do I stand? Where should I stand if he gets out? And we decide that this is the right way. He was also like, do you know how to cast the firewall? Because sometimes it goes like diagonal. He did not die. So now we have to actually fight him. And what we're going to do is cast a firewall on the opposite axis and have Ben open the door. So he'll be standing in the firewall while hitting the warrior. And then I can throw in some deeps from the side. Oop, that didn't work out. He didn't stand in the firewall at all. It looks like Ben's armor class is holding up nicely though, and we get rewarded with a Book of Heal Other.
Now where would I put this?
Which is very, very good. What level spell is Heal Other now? Will we look at the spell tab? Oh, right. That is just showing that we have this magical shrine, so we could recharge our staffs if we wanted to, but we are gonna save that. And here is the enchanted shrine. Looks like Heal Other is, we can't tell because I'm wearing the staff. It took away from Fireball, as you can see. So that shrine, if you recall, does -1 to 1 spell level and +1 to all other spell levels. We waited till we beat level 4 to get it in case we found other books. And now we'll be able to see what level Heal Other we have. Basically, we really only care about Heal Other and healing. And it looks like we have level 2 Heal Other. And now we are going to go to level 5 next time. But first, let us see the replay of that one moment that I was telling you about. It's going to be nuts. Get excited while you look at my inventory. We have Identify Scrolls. We have Resurrect Scrolls. We have a Book of Charge Bolt and a buckler that I should probably get rid of. Full durability since you repaired them. Wow. Composite bow, still a good amount. Lots of potions and cool. So watch this. We're gonna get the slow motion. Look at his HP here. He's running away. He's probably about to die. We switch to the staff. Heal Other. 12 HP. Tracking him on the mouse. As the arrows are flying, he got healed from 12 HP. He was probably 1 shot away from dying. That was insane. And then we go right back in to finish it off. Yeah, that was it. That was Dungeon Level 4. Thank you everyone for watching. Get excited for Dungeon Level 5 coming eventually. Yeah. We'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.